And it came to pass on the second Sabbath after the first, he was going through the sown fields, and his disciples were plucking the ears of grain and eating them, rubbing them small in their hands. And some of the Pharisees said to them, Why do ye that which it is not lawful to do on the Sabbath days? And answering, Jesus said to them, Did ye not read even this, that which David did when he himself hungered and those who were with him? How he entered into the house of God, and took the loaves set forth before the presence of God, and ate, and gave also to those with him, which it is not lawful to eat, except for the priests only? And he was saying to them, The Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. And it came to pass also on another Sabbath, that he entered into the synagogue and taught. And a man was there whose right hand also was withered. And the scribes and the Pharisees were watching closely whether he would cure on the Sabbath, in order that they might find an accusation against him. But he knew their reasonings, and said to the man who had the withered hand, Arise, and stand in the midst. And he arose and stood. Then Jesus said to them, I will ask you one thing, whether it is lawful on the Sabbath days to do good or to do evil, to save life or to kill. And after he looked round about at them all, he said to the man, Stretch forth thy hand. And he did so, and his hand was restored as the other. And they were filled with senseless rage, and were discussing with one another what they might do to Jesus. And it came to pass in those days that he went out into the mountain to pray, and he was passing the night in prayer to God. And when it became day, he called to himself his disciples, and from them he chose for himself 12, whom he also named apostles: Simon, whom he also named Peter, and Andrew his brother, James and John, Philip and Bartholomew, Matthew and Thomas, James the son of Alphaeus, Simon, who was called Zealot, Judas, the brother of James, and Judas Iscariot, who also became the betrayer. And he came down with them and stood upon a level place. And there was a crowd of his disciples, and a great multitude of the people from all of Judea, and Jerusalem, and the sea coast of Tyre and Sidon, who came to hear him, and to be healed of their diseases, even those who were troubled by unclean spirits, and they were cured. And all the crowd was seeking to touch him, for power was coming forth from him, and healing all. And he lifted up his eyes to his disciples, and began to say, Blessed are the poor, for yours is the kingdom of God. Blessed are ye who hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye who weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye whenever men hate you, and whenever they separate you, and reproach you, and cast out your name as evil on account of the Son of Man. Rejoice in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in the heavens. For according to these things their fathers were doing to the prophets. But woe to you, the rich, for ye are receiving in full your consolation. Woe to you who have been filled, for ye shall hunger. Woe to you who laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Woe to you whenever all men shall speak well of you, for according to these things their fathers were doing to the false prophets. But I say to you who hear, keep on loving your enemies, doing well to those who hate you, blessing those who curse you, and praying for those who act despitefully toward you. To him who smiteth thee on the cheek, be offering also the other, and from him who taketh away thine outer garment, do not even withhold thy tunic. And to everyone who asketh thee, be giving, and from him who taketh away your things, cease demanding them back. And even as ye wish that men be doing to you, also be ye doing to them in like manner. And if ye should love those who love you, what kind of thanks is there to you? For even the sinners love those who love them. And if ye should do good to those who do good to you, what kind of thanks is there to you? For even the sinners do the same. And if ye should lend to those from whom ye hope to receive, what kind of thanks is there to you? For also the sinners lend to sinners, in order that they might receive the same. But keep on loving your enemies and doing good, and lending, hoping to receive back nothing, and your reward shall be great, and ye shall be sons of the highest. For he is kind to the unthankful and to the evil. Therefore keep on becoming compassionate, even as your Father also is compassionate. And cease judging, and in no wise shall ye be judged. Cease condemning, and in no wise shall ye be condemned. Keep on acquitting, and ye shall be acquitted. Keep on giving, and it shall be given to you. A good measure which hath been pressed down and shaken together, and is overflowing, shall they give into your bosom. For with the same measure with which ye measure, it shall be measured in turn to you. And he spoke a parable to them. A blind man is not able to guide a blind man, is he? Both shall fall into a pit, shall they not? A disciple is not above his teacher, but everyone who hath been perfected shall be as his teacher. But why seest thou the splinter that is in the eye of thy brother, but perceivest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how can thou say to thy brother, Brother, let me cast out the splinter that is in thine eye, when thou thyself seest not the beam in thine own eye? Hypocrite, cast out first the beam from thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the splinter that is in the eye of thy brother. For there is no good tree which produceth rotten fruit, nor a rotten tree which produceth good fruit. For each tree is known by its own fruit. For they do not gather figs from thorns, nor do they pick a bunch of grapes from a bramble bush. The good man bringeth forth out of the good treasure of his heart that which is good, and the evil man bringeth forth out of the evil treasure of his heart that which is evil. For out of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh. And why do ye call me Lord, Lord, and do not what I say? Everyone who cometh to me, and heareth my words, and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man building a house, who dug and went deep, and laid a foundation on the rock. And after a flood arose, the river beat against that house, and yet it did not have enough strength to shake it, for it had been founded upon the rock. But the one who heard and did not is like a man who built a house on the earth without a foundation, on which the river beat against, and straightway it fell, and the breakage of that house was great.